the Connector Show. I'm the Connector and I will be your host today. The topic of today's episode is USA military. You are welcome to draw your own conclusions. I will just give you my arguments and how I see things. If I insult anybody on any ground, please understand it wasn't on purpose, so I apologize in advance. Since the world peace depends mostly from the world leading powers, and since the USA is the world leading superpower, I will first analyze USA and then other powers like Russia, China, and so on. I would like to underline something. It is easy to be negative and to look just for something bad in some country and some nation. The Connected Show wants to look at good sides of every country and nation and how every country's advantages could be used for making a better, war-free future. That is how permanent world peace could be achieved. Let's look for what is good in everybody and how that good could be used for everybody else's benefit, for the benefit of the whole humankind. USA has the biggest military force in the history of humankind. It has the biggest military budget in the world and the biggest economy in the world. Its military budget is far bigger than the military budgets of other countries. USA military budget for 2018 was about $700 billion. However, there are speculations that it could even be $1 trillion with all the hidden expenses. Imagine how much money that is. USA also has about 800 military bases located in most of the countries of the world, in 150 of them. I'm raising the question, would any country would be so crazy to attack USA? I don't think so. Let's analyze how USA could use its vast possibility for making a better, war-free future. Politicians brainwash the masses and say that the situation in the world is, how they say, complex. However, nothing could be farther from the truth. The solution for war-free future is actually very simple. You probably wonder how. Here is how. The countries should behave towards other countries like brothers and follow the laws of humanity and morality. Countries should apply so-called Big Brother, Little Brother policy, how I call it. So, if some country is strong and other country is weak, the strong country should be seen as a big older brother, while weak country should be seen as a younger little brother. The big brother should protect the little brother and help him become strong too. I deeply believe that this is the true purpose of some countries' strength. The true purpose is not to divide and oppress, but to help and protect. I deeply believe that this is the message that every nation would fully accept. I'm sure that all Americans would agree with this message. If all Americans would be asked by phone, for example, do you agree that USA power should be used to help and protect the weak all across the world? I'm sure that at least 99% of Americans would agree. So, what does it mean if some country is strong? Does it mean that that nation should become arrogant, full of self, selfish, and to think just about its own interests? I don't think so. It just means that that country should use its power to protect and help the weak. It just means that that country has possibilities to help others. That's it. If all countries would behave in according to Big Brother, Small Brother policy, I'm sure that all wars would stop forever. Simple, isn't it? I know that politicians would argue and say that the solution is, how they say, complex. However, that is just a strategy for blinding the masses. The solution is, like I said, very simple. Imagine if USA would use all of its military bases in a way to just bodyguard the country against all threats. Imagine if USA would come to each weak country and say something like this: we are here to truly protect you and help you become strong. We will use all our power to achieve that. We will ask for nothing in return, and our reward will be your success. Once you get strong, we will abandon bases and withdraw our troops. Just imagine if USA would say this to all 150 countries of the world. Imagine if USA would say this to all 150 countries of the world. Imagine how fast the world would start moving towards war-free future. The relations between countries should be based on morality and the need to help and protect, not on selfishness, where one country will not help the other country unless it gets something in return. Promoting selfishness is what politicians constantly do and get away with it, while masses don't oppose that kind of behavior and they even support it, without being aware of what they are doing, since they are brainwashed. The example of promoting selfishness is when politicians tell to the other side something like this: "We are here to protect our interests," which translated means, "We don't care one bit about you, whatever happens to you. We don't care if you die from starvation. We are here to get something from you. If we don't get anything, we will not give you anything. We are here to try to exploit you and to try to take much more than to give. If we could take everything without giving anything, we would do it." So, no wonder why today's world is in a big mess. The politics is based on interests. Translated, politics is based on selfishness and exploiting others. Translated, politics is based on injustice. With other words, strong country will not help the weak country if the weak country can't pay for that, even if the weak country starves from hunger. So, no wonder why there is a lot of weak and poor countries in the world and why people still starve from hunger in the 21st century. They can't pay for help, so why would strong countries help them? Is it possible that in the 21st century of great technological possibilities, people still starve from hunger? I see the USA as the world's biggest and strongest big brother. And all what Big Brother is supposed to do is to help and protect. The stronger the brother is, the more he is morally obligated to help. So, since USA is the strongest Big Brother, its moral obligation to help the weak is the biggest. Simple, isn't it? So, I think that USA is a great country with great possibilities for building war-free future and that at least 99% of Americans would agree that USA should sincerely go down that road. Imagine if we countries would have that big brother sincerely behind their backs, so if anybody would dare to think to touch them, they would just warn them and say something like, "Stop, or my big brother will kick your ass." It would be a great world to live in, do you agree? I'm sure that all nations would love to live in a world like that. Would you like to live in a world like that? I hope that you will find the Connect the Show valuable. Recommend me to others, subscribe to my YouTube channel and become my patron. Help me build the show. Let's change the world together and let's connect.